Yo, yo, what's up, bitches? It's Dinosaur.
It's chicken.
And, in this video, we're gonna be talking about, how drama started.
Oh, we're just gonna be, like, clarifying, like, everything that's happened.
Yeah. So this mainly just applies for people that go to our school and that are wondering.
You think anybody else watches this other than
Shut
people?
up.
So, how the fight started, it was, like, Nevaeh, as we all know, Nevaeh and Gilmore are dating. And I was joking around with her, and I was like, if you had to choose me or Wyatt. And she was like, well, Wyatt's my best friend and my boyfriend, so it was kind of hard. And then I kind of got, like, really salty about it, and I was like, okay. And then, like, I kind of started to get very upset with Nevaeh and Wyatt. It was like, I understood, but then at the same time I was kind of being selfish. Like, if I started dating somebody that I loved as much as she did love Wyatt, I would be the same way. But then again, I wasn't dating somebody, so I didn't understand. And she would only talk about Wyatt. It was always about Wyatt. Wyatt said this, Wyatt said that, Wyatt did this. And so I kind of got very frustrated with her and Wyatt about how I'd be talking about, like, my problems, and then all of a sudden they would start talking about each other. And it was coming from both sides, from Wyatt and Nevaeh. So it kind of got annoying. And that's how and then we could, like, sense an argument coming. And that's basically how it started. But then the real reason why we were arguing was because I found out some things that she said. We're not going to explain what she said, but she said some things that were really hurtful, but she said them a very long time ago, but I didn't know that, so I kind of took action to them now when I shouldn't have.
I regret the things I said, and I definitely wouldn't say them now. And when I did say these things, we were definitely in a big argument. That doesn't make what I said right, and it doesn't make what I said okay. But I was angry, and I said things that I shouldn't have said. And we Emily and Bella, they, as pretty much a lot of people know, they used to not really like each other. And so they just recently started becoming friends. And so I felt, because if you were here last year, you would know that me and Bella used to be really close, and we drifted a lot since last year. And so when Emily and Bella started becoming friends, I think a lot of emotions kind of went around in my head, like, oh, Emily's gonna leave me, Emily's gonna ditch me for Bella. Like, a lot of different things were going around in my head. And then when me and Emily started arguing, Bella and Emily both told each other things that I said about them, and I definitely regret saying the things I said about both Emily and Bella, and I have said sorry to both of them, and I have apologized to both of them. But it definitely doesn't make it okay that I said those things. But I feel like a lot of things got brought way too out of proportion because of what happened.
Yeah, and a part of that, I definitely understand that I did blow things way out of proportion, and that I was being very dramatic about certain things. I guess kind of, as some people know, when I hear somebody talk bad about me, or I hear something bad about anything, I kind of tend to blow things way out of proportion, and I kind of get everybody involved in it, which it was not my intention to make people get mad at Nevaeh or people get mad at me. It was not my intention for any of that. And it kind of led to me feeling very guilty about things, and Nevaeh feeling very guilty about things. And I definitely feel bad about the things that I have said about Nevaeh and other people. I feel like a lot of people are twisting the story of what happened. That's kind of what this video is for. And I definitely have said things about people, but they're not what people think that I have said about them. People are twisting things. They're saying that I said things about Nevaeh, which I didn't. I definitely did say things, but not what they think I did, and I kind of wanted to clarify it, but I didn't. I feel like posting a video about it is better to hear from both of our sides and to hear it from our voices instead of over text. It's definitely a lot different, and it gives you a better perception on things.
I feel like me and Emily have both said some things that we definitely regret saying, and if you hear someone say that me and Emily said something about each other, like it's in the past and we have both apologized for it, and it's just a lot of people have been trying to twist it up so it makes one of us look worse than the other, and because obviously both of us have our people that are definitely going to go on either of our sides, and both of us know that. So it just makes us a lot harder. I feel like everything got blown way too out of proportion because of my ankle and how everyone was putting a lot of lies and just rumors on Emily.
It was me and some other people it started about how I first found out when Nevaeh fractured her ankle. I didn't know how she did it. I only knew part of it. This was before I knew that she fractured her ankle. She told me that she jumped out a window, which I didn't know the full story to it. And so when people told me how did Nevaeh fracture her ankle, I was like, oh, I don't know. I think it's because she jumped out a window. And because I said that, people twisted it into saying, oh, Nevaeh jumped out a window because of these reasons, because of those reasons. They twisted it into multiple things and then everybody started coming up to Nevaeh saying that, oh, Emily's spreading rumors about you, saying that that's how you fractured your ankle. But it wasn't that. It was people asked me how she did it, and the only side that I knew was that she jumped out a window.
Okay, so basically me and my dad were like upstairs cleaning my room, talking and stuff like that, and a bird flew into my screen and it made a big hole in it, so we had to take my screen out. So it was just a window and in my room, and my window is probably like 20 feet off the ground, something like that, not very high. And so my dad was like, hey, I'll give you $20 if you jump out your window. Like, we were just joking around. So I did, and he gave me $20 for it, and that's why I jumped out the window. But a lot of people were saying about how I jumped out of the window because Emily was mad at me, jumped out of the window because I wanted to do stuff to myself, jump out the window. Just all these different stupid stuff, and I fractured my ankle playing soccer, if you guys don't know. There's also a lot of rumors about how Emily was talking about that I did it just because obviously a lot of people know that Gilmore is out and Wyatt is hurt, and there was rumors going around that I did this intentionally so that I could be with Wyatt, or so I could be in the same boat as Wyatt, or that I just wanted attention or something like that. And it's not that at all. Like, soccer is very important to me. Soccer is kind of like a way out of things. Like, I don't have a lot of stuff going on personally, but soccer is still something that can get me out of anything. And so when I heard that I couldn't play soccer for the rest of the season, it wasn't a very good thing to hear. So the fact that that was going around, it kind of hurt me, even if I knew that she would never say that, because I know Emily knows how important soccer is to me.
Yeah, and I can admit that I did say something like that, but it wasn't to the extent of she did it intentionally. She did it for intention. I was sitting in science, and somebody asked me, and they were like, oh, it seems a little weird that Nevaeh and Wyatt are both hurt and are gone. And I was like, yeah, it does seem a little fishy, blah, 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 but I was like, I don't think she did it for attention in this. I personally don't think that she did it for attention. I know that it's not fake because I've seen pictures of her ankle and it was disgusting. I will admit that I did say that, but I didn't mean it to the extent of what people think I did, and that's kind of how that got out and got twisted around. And so that kind of added to the argument, and we were both so frustrated that we said things and would believe anything that was around us that told us. And we're kind of both, whenever we hear something, we automatically believe it, especially when we're in an argument, something like this. And so it's kind of hard not to believe that things were like that.
Because both of us knew how frustrated we were, and both of us knew how mad we both were. We were both mad at two totally different things, but it all added up to us believing other people, and then us believing rumors that we shouldn't, and us just being so mad at each other that we both ended up saying stuff to each other. We ended up texting each other. We ended up saying stuff to each other that we definitely shouldn't have said. We probably should have slowed down and just talked about it, but me and Emily are both the type of get and go people where if we hear something, we're just kind of like action at it.
I guess a lot of people are like, I know there's gonna be hates that of this video of seeing us together, and it was my idea for Nevaeh to come over. I feel like social media and texting each other, it can really blow things out of proportion, and there's a very different large gap of tone of like how you see somebody and how you see how they're talking to you. And I feel like we both had our projects to do, and so our social studies projects, so we were like, oh, we can work on it with each other here while we also talk about things and make this video. I feel like it was definitely awkward at first a little bit, but then we kind of knew that it was coming and that we had to get over it sometime. Me and her, we both made apologies, and I feel like that was the biggest part. And really all I wanted Nevaeh was for her to do is just admit to the things that she said, which when she did admit to them, I felt a lot better about the situation, but it still kind of hurt that she would say those things. But then again, it's like I also said some things that she probably felt really hurt about. And I guess that's just kind of who I am. Like, I don't intentionally try to hurt people, and I don't intentionally try to say these things that I do. They just kind of come out, and I'm like, oh crap, I shouldn't have said that, but I already did.
I feel like a main reason why Emily wanted me to come over, and a reason why why I agreed so much about coming over, was because you can say sorry on text messages, you can say sorry on Snapchat, but you don't know if the I'm sorry is coming from a person who is literally bawling their eyes out, like literally have nothing to do, and a person could be bawling their eyes out about to do whatever, and the person would have no idea if you were just sitting there on text messages. And so I feel like an in-person apology is way better than just an on-text I'm sorry.
Yeah. And I guess I'm gonna talk about like how I felt when I heard these things that Nevaeh said. I guess that it kind of made me feel, it didn't necessarily shock me, but then again, it made me feel like a worse person than I already was. It made me feel like if she really felt those things, why would she stay with me? Why would she keep up with me? And it kind of I wasn't even sad about it. It was more frustration. And as we all know, I have like really bad anger issues, and so I did blow things out of proportion, but I feel like I get hurt and more mad a lot more than what I actually should be feeling. And so I'm not going to say what she said, but when she said things that kind of hit close to home and how I have been feeling, that's where they kind of made me mad and a little bit sad that she would say those things. Although they were she did say them when we were in an argument. It was kind of like, wow. It was also shocking, but it wasn't at the same time. And so it kind of just like hurt. And so I didn't know if I was going to let Nevaeh back into my life. I did know that I would eventually, but I didn't know if we would be to the same extent of friendship that we used to be. I do definitely think that we will be there sometime, but there's definitely going to be a lot of trust issues going on. For me, at least. I guess I did forgive Nevaeh, and Nevaeh did forgive me. I think we both made mistakes, and for people saying that, like, I was talking all this bad stuff about Nevaeh, no, it wasn't like that. Yes, I may have said some things, but I didn't realize that I did say them. At least I don't remember saying anything bad. If I did, I apologize for that. I'm not trying to lie. I'm not trying to be fake. I'm just literally don't remember anything. I was kind of saying things like, oh, Nevaeh said this about you. Nevaeh said that. And it was kind of like, I can't necessarily be talking because we both talked about it with each other. And I did blow things out of proportion when the things that she said about people.
Yeah, and I when I heard from people that she was, like, saying those things, like, I was almost, like, I wasn't mad about it. I was just kind of more like, why, I don't know why you would do that, because, like, we were probably, when I said that, you were probably literally sitting right next to me, and I felt like I was just such in, like, I wasn't in shock, but I was at the same time, just because I didn't think that she would try to, like, not expose me that hard, but, like, try to make, I don't know, like, try to make people, like, not like me, I guess. And I can see where, like, both of us might want to do that, but I feel like in the end it's just all came down to we were really mad and frustrated, and we both threw it, like, way out of proportion.
Yeah, and this kind of has, like, nothing to do with anything, but it was kind of like in the beginning of our friendship, it was kind of, I don't necessarily want to say, like, in my shadow, but she was kind of in my shadow for a couple of months, and then it started to flip where I was in her shadow, and I guess I got very jealous that I was once in her spot, and I had that love and affection and attention from people. Like, not everybody thinks that I just want attention for some things that I've done in the past. Yes, I want attention, but not for the people think. Like, it's if I have a friend and they don't give me any attention, like, for example, like Nevaeh and Wyatt, like, I still want attention from Nevaeh. I still want her to show that she loves me and cares about me. It's more of that attention. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna go do this because I want attention from everybody. It's more of just a reminder. Yeah, like, more of a reminder that people do care about me and that I am still, like, loved and stuff. Like, that kind of attention.
Because, like, I can see where this, like, might be really hard for Emily, because a lot of my, like, really close friends now used to be extremely close with Emily, and so we've gotten into a lot of arguments, not, like, big arguments like this one, but in a lot of, like, little, like, really self-conscious, really, like, hurt arguments about how I guess a lot of people have almost drawn over to me, because, like, I'm just gonna use a couple people for example. Like, I'm not gonna use everyone, but, like, Wyatt Gilmore, like, her and Wyatt Gilmore used to be really, really close last year, and me and him got really close, and now we're dating. And that used to be Emily last year, and me and Brayden are really close this year, and that used to be her and Brayden. And just all these people who Emily used to be really close with, I'm now extremely close with them. Grandma! the school project going?
Ooh. Okay.
Great. Like I can see where Emily might get really like sad and like hurt, or I don't even know, feelings might come through when that is happening, but like in a way I've definitely told her this, that I can't really help that, and I think she knows that. I think she just gets really like, because I know that Wyatt and I know Brayden and I know that all these people still care about her. It's just,
It's kind of difficult. It's kind of a difficult kind of situation.
yeah.
I guess I felt really hurt that they left me for Nevaeh, and I wouldn't even say that. I guess they just got more close with Nevaeh. And I kind of took it out on her because she was not necessarily the reason, but the reason why they left me. And I guess like I kind of blamed her for a lot of my problems, which I shouldn't have, and I definitely regret that. I know that I continuously do that sometimes, and I say things that I don't mean, and so when people kind of like are like, oh, you said this, I'm just like, no, I didn't say that. It's kind of like, I probably did say that, but I don't remember saying it, and it kind of was just like, it happened so fast that I don't even remember saying it. Like, it could be 2 minutes past, and I don't even remember that I said that. Like, there's been plenty of times, like, even joking around wise, I could say something, I'd be like, wait, I said that? And then that person would be like, yeah, you said that. I'd be like, oh, well, I don't remember saying that. And I guess that's how it led to, like, oh, Nevaeh's lying about that, Emily's lying about that, this person's lying about that. And I definitely have messed a lot of my friendships up over this argument. And if, like, they see this, I just want them to know that, like, I really am sorry, and I do care a lot about them. And those people really meant a lot to me, and to see them be frustrated with me really hurts, although I can't be mad at them for being frustrated with me because they have a right to be frustrated with me.
And I feel like both of us have kind of, I want to say that I'm sorry too for the people that I guess that I've talked about, or that you've heard a rumor me talking about you. Like, I might have not even talked about you, but the fact that I know how it feels to get told that someone's talking crap about you, and I know how it feels, like, deep down, how bad it feels even if you're not that close with that person. So I just want to say that I'm sorry, and even if I didn't say anything, that I know how that feels, and that I just want to say I'm sorry.
Yeah. And I guess it kind of concludes to if we were friends or not.
Well, obviously we obviously don't hate each other because we're sitting right here, but
yeah. I mean, I would say that deep down we're still best friends, but we're gonna kind of start off fresh again. Like, obviously we're not gonna be like, oh, strangers, but there's definitely gonna be some like trust issues to build back up again, and we're definitely gonna have to build our relationship back up and kind of work on that. It definitely is gonna take some time. So, like Nevaeh said, she didn't say this in this video, she said it a different time. Like, if you see us in the hallways at school, or if you see us together on social media, it's not because we just forgive each other, we're good again. It wasn't like that. Like, that's how usually every single one of our arguments went, but this one definitely, I feel like we definitely needed to.
It definitely brought out some other things that we definitely needed to work on in our past arguments.
Yeah. And so, yes, we are friends, and the new bonds that I've built with people, I'm not going to just leave them because me and Nevaeh are friends again. I'm definitely going to keep building on those friends. But I want you to know that, like, I'm not going to leave you for them, even if I get really close with them.
I was about to say!
And it's kind
Watch,
of...
you can see my mood dropping there. Just watch.
Like, I feel like you're going to start to realize how maybe I felt with some of the people that you're really close with, like Gilmore and Brayden.
Stop it.
And those people, like, you're going to start to notice, like, the feelings that I felt.
Next topic.
So
I guess if you guys have any questions, like, if you even get to the end of this video. If you guys have any questions, just like ask us like personally, like on Snapchat or on if I have you on text or if in school even. Like don't ask other people about it because like half the people like not even Wyatt completely knows what's going on. Like it's just me and Emily that we're mainly fighting this battle.
Yeah, it's nobody knows their full story to it, and I guess that's kind of why we're making this video so we can clear things up. Like this video is definitely gonna cause a lot of drama and it's gonna get people are gonna talk about it, but I feel like they'll know the full story. Like each individual person will know the full story if they watch this video. Like people are definitely gonna twist this video up. I already know that. But if you have watched it, then you know deep down that you know the full story, which is kind of what we want. And I feel like if you do have any questions, like obviously if you don't feel comfortable asking us in person, do it over like text messages wise, blah blah blah. But
You should look this.
no,
Just do it.
wicked.
Yeah, just do it.
Which part?
That part right there. Just do it. Alright, hold on. Hold on.
Does it hurt?
Like it. No, it just feels weird. What the heck? Okay, I'm gonna go find a new battery once we're done with this.
Okay. If you do want to ask us and if you are comfortable, definitely ask us in person. I feel like it's a lot better to ask us in person. It was definitely really awkward for us to talk about this at first.
No, I walked in and I was like...
But after like an hour or so, it was... it was very easy to talk about.
Hold on, guys. Stand by. I like them big. Yeah, I like them chunky. Okay, I'm done. I thought this was me at first. Okay. Anyways, so this is gonna be totally off topic, but yes, why is mad at me? Stop asking me. You can ask him. Just stop asking. It's really annoying, and yeah, he's mad at me.
Okay, bye.